In 21st century, when we deal with a lot of things in our life, organizing our life becomes very important. Because when you organize your life, you make better choices and that in turns makes your life amazing. Hello everyone, my name is Mithu Roy and in this episode of the ImpleBooks Podcast, I will share 7 rules to organize your life. So let's begin. Number 1 rule is make a plan. See, we live our life in a way that if something comes, if something happens, then we will take a decision. Sometimes we may make travel plans which is not really planned, and that makes the most chaos in our life. Sometimes we are not sure about our budgets, we are not sure how much we can spend. We never do the budgeting and we just keep spending, thinking that the next salary will cover it up. So it is very important in our life to make plans. You don't need to make plan on each and every aspect of your life, but each and every aspect which requires your attention, you need to make plan on it. Maybe your health is deteriorating, so you need to make a plan that what are you going to eat. Maybe you think that you are very bad with the finance. You need to make budgets. You need to make budget how much you can spend and what are the things that you are spending on. You need to track each and every movement of it. But you know what? Executing these plans for a long period of time becomes a hassle. To do this, you need to develop habits. So that brings us to our point number 2 is develop habits. See, we all have habits, whether it is good or bad, but we need to focus on the things that requires our attention. Maybe you think that your health is not well. You need to focus more on creating habits which needs to be towards exercise. So maybe you are thinking that you are spending too much money on things, so you need to create habits where you can stop yourself for making this amazing purchase that you did on the previous month. I highly recommend one book regarding this, which is called The Atomic Habits. I'll put the link on the description of this podcast as well. But no matter how much great habits you have developed, there is one thing that will drag you down, and it is called perfection. See, there is no limit to be perfect, because perfection, as it says, it's a myth. Because hey, you should be focusing more on in getting 1% better every day, as it is said by James Clear on the book Atomic Habits as well. Because if you compare yourself with the previous version of the yesterday, then you can improve day by day instead of like bashing yourself to be perfect each and every day. Because being perfect and showing yourself to be the perfect guy or girl, it is a very tough thing. Because I am a perfectionist. I think of myself as a perfectionist, and for that I have lost many years from my life, I would say, because I was just thinking about perfection and not getting started on many different things. So become 1% better. Start whatever you want to start. Maybe it's a habit, or maybe it's something that you want to do with your life. Maybe it's a goal. Please just go ahead and do it. You can obviously improve yourself 1% every day. And that concludes the third point, my friend. It is get rid of perfection. And the point number 4 is create harmony. See, we say that we need to balance our life. There needs to be work-life balance. There needs to be balance in each and everything. But see, balance is also a myth. You can't balance things. The only thing that you can do is create harmony. If your work needs or requires time now, you need to put in that time. If your relationship requires time and effort right now, you need to give that time. You can't say that, okay, I need to work, so I can give you only 1 hour to fix that. That's not possible. You need to create harmony. You need to think that where you actually need to put that time and create that harmony. So to do that, you need to find time for yourself as well. It's not like that you need to give that time to others as well. So meditate, journal, visualize your life, that what are you going to do with your life? What are you doing with your life? Get a good night's sleep every day. Spend time with your friends and family and try to find the harmony and create harmony in each and every aspect of your life. Then your life will be very much organized, and trust me on that. But to create harmony, what we need to say more often is the one word, which is called no. So that brings us to our 5th point, my friend. It is called say no. So you don't need to say each and every time, but when you're creating harmony, you need to say no to many things, many different commitments. See, you need to find out that what is actually valuable for you. Do not commit to things which you don't care about. Sometime, even I used to do it. Sometime just invited me something for which I don't care. I used to say yes. Do not do this. Say no to things which does not matter for you. But see, you can't say no to everything, because there might be something important in your life which you're saying no to. maybe you need to make your credit card payment. You can't say that, okay, I'm saying no to this because I need to go to the movie with my girlfriend. I can't give my credit card bill. I can't really think sit down for my tax return. You can't say no to each and everything. And that brings us to our sixth point, and it is very important. I love it. It is called delegate to robot. Sometimes people think that you should be delegating your tasks to people. If you can delegate, that's a very nice thing. If you can hire an assistant for you, then obviously hire one. But if you're someone who is not in that state, you can delegate things to the robot. What do I mean by that is that if you think that your credit card bill needs to be paid on some date at certain time, obviously try to find services which can do it for you. And if there is a failure, so that they can mail you back and you can obviously make that payment manually, right? So you try to find this kind of services, search those services which exactly does the same for you. You are maybe having protein shakes on each and every month, so instead of going to the online shopping store and ordering it, just delegate it to the robot, right? And, subscribe to the subscription. There is great subscription services from Amazon and the Flipkart as well. Obviously you can do the same with your local shops as well. You can give them money ahead and tell them that they needs to deliver it each and every month at that date. So delegate things to as much as you can. Automate things in your life. What do I mean by delegate to robot is that you need to automate things. If you at least do this 6 points, your life is very much organized now, and there will be a point where you will think that everything is right, but actually it is not. So the last point becomes very important, which is weekly review. So what you need to do in your weekly review is that ask question for each and every area of your life that you are trying to improve. Say you are trying to improve your health or finance or any other area. You need to ask questions around this. So and see that what you have done in those areas. Maybe you have saved only 5 rupees extra that month. Write it down on your journal or notebook or whatever method you use to write. So write it down and write each and every accomplishment of yours. Do not bash yourself if you are not completing anything. Just give yourself an extra task to complete this on the next month. So next week. So weekly review helps you actually stay on track, because see, whenever we are trying to organize your life, sometimes we create more chaos than organizing. So it's very important to see yourself whether the plane is on the correct path or not, right? So you need to see the trajectory, whether you are going to the right path or not. So let me summarize all the rules for you. The number one is make a plan. You need to make plans for each and every aspect of your life which requires your attention. Number two is develop habit, because these habits will help you actually stay on track. Number three is get rid of perfection, because perfection is the only thing that can stop you to even take action as well. Number four is create harmony. Try to spend time with your friends and family and balance things as you go. Number five is say no. Say no to things that does not make sense or does not matter for you. Number six is delegate to robot. Delegate each and everything that does not make sense, or maybe you want to do something and so delegate these things to the robot or the services which can do it for you. Number seven is very important, which is weekly review. You need to see that whether you are on the correct track or not. So that's it for today's podcast. I hope you like this podcast, and if you did, don't forget to give 5 stars from whichever app you are listening to, and don't forget to subscribe the podcast as well. If you have any query or message to me, please do send us a message. We are ImpleBooks at Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. So that's it for today. Have a good day.